if anybody wants if you want to change hearts and minds, might I suggest the missionary work of showing your friends the headlines over at CBC Kids? Because it'll take people who are indifferent to CBC into true believers of defunding the CBC and salting the earth where the CBC building stood. Because it is just a plague upon this nation, the things that go on at CBC Kids. Like, it's Cuties level sexualization of kids and introducing these bizarre sexual concepts to like preteens, little kids, tweens. It's gross.
You know, you're quite right, Sheila. If we contrast the CBC's kids programming, I think about what I grew up watching when I was a young one. You know, The Friendly Giant, Mr. Dress Up.
Mr. Dress Up.
But there was a wholesomeness to this.
Yeah.
And it was completely apolitical. And, you know, they were endearing hosts. And now everything that this broadcaster does, even as you said with kids, it's with an agenda. It's with a political or ideological agenda, even with kids. Well, actually, I should say especially with kids, Sheila, because if you look at Marxist doctrine, as you know, get them young, get them forever. So it's good to get the wee ones indoctrinated while they're still fertile minds to cultivate, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, school year with no sports, not for these teens. Okay, that's the least offensive thing that happens on there. They're writing laments for the We charity, waving goodbye to Canada. I mean, it's just
laments.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We charity waves goodbye to Canada. U.S. wildfires are turning the skies red. What's happening? Of course, climate change. You know it.
Yes.
You know.
As opposed to
it.
forest management, and it's Donald Trump's fault. Did they get that in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nope. It's it never ends over there.
Oh, it's just misery.
If you Google pride on there, let's hit search and Google pride.
Wait, but I didn't see that We charity waves goodbye to Canada. I mean, surely, Sheila, the headline should read, "Good riddance." This is a real estate development company, as far as I can tell. Heck, we went down to Queen and Parliament and Queen and Berkeley to show all the properties that this charity is investing under the, context that this is money being raised for third world countries and children in it. And the fact that they got their hands caught in the cookie jar and were exposed, this is something that we have to lament. That's incredible.
I just plugged in pride into the search engine on CBC Kids. I know this wasn't something that is on our list of things to talk about, but at least it's not wrestling, Justin. So just whatever. Watch. Dear Harry and Meghan, here's why you'll fall in love with Canada. Timeline, 50 years of LGBTQ pride in Canada. This one is like I read this as a Catholic with kids in Catholic school, and I can't even believe that someone wrote an article on this. Student speaks out against lack of pride flag at Catholic high school. Yeah, that's why your parents send you to the Catholic high school, so they don't have to worry about the pride flag being flown. Pride 2020, how one teen celebrated virtually. So we've shoehorned COVID, social distancing, and pride, and sexualizing teens into one thing. So good job. One headline, CBC. Well done. Good for you.
Sheila, you can't go anywhere, at least in this city, without seeing a pride flag. In fact, when I was in St. Michael's Hospital last week, the first thing that greets your face in the waiting room is a big pride flag. I mean, come on, let's be honest. This has gone from the love that dare not speak its name to the love you can't shut the hell up. I mean, that rainbow is everywhere. And, I get it. If you want to go to a pride march, if you want to, celebrate Pride Week, I think it's now Pride Month. But now it's just, I can go to buildings in the downtown core that the poor rainbow flag has faded out. It's up there all year long. So, this is just incredible. And also to look at through the lens of
kids. This is all through kids.
Yeah, and where are ex-royals going to go? And the number one thing on the agenda is, where am I going to see the most pride flags? Jeez.
Family photo on Instagram sparks conversation about gender fluidity. I don't know if people were watching at home and you saw me looking around my office about a minute and a half ago. I was looking for my pickle jar of holy water because I feel like the computer needs it beside it. Watch drag kids sashay their way into the spotlight. Nope. No. But that's on CBC Kids.
Doesn't
what? Drag kids.
Drag kids, unbelievable. Back in my day, that would be kids making go-karts to look like drag racers, but now drag kids, totally different meaning. And by the way, Sheila, when you refer to gender fluidity, doesn't that kind of sound to you that you need to be wearing an adult diaper or something? I mean...
All of this stuff, I don't care if you want to talk about it. I don't care. But why is this targeted at kids? And why do I have to pay for them to target it to kids? Put this on Pink News or whatever social justice website keeps this stuff. But why is the taxpayer paying for stories about kid drag queens sashaying their way into the spotlight? I don't know. It's just,
well, Sheila, if you were to ask that question to the poobahs at the CBC, they would undoubtedly shout it down by labeling you as a homophobe / transphobe, and the conversation is over.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show that I do live at 12 noon Eastern time. We talk about the news of the day, we play interesting viral videos, and most importantly, I take your questions that you chat to me through YouTube Super Chat. I think that's the funnest part of it. So tune in every weekday at 12 noon Eastern time, only here at rebelnews.com.